Welcome to the Foresight Scrolls, where we take a look at symbols using the Foresight Suite of indicators for Tradingview. If you're unfamiliar with the Foresight Suite, you can watch the tutorial videos here on YouTube. You can go to ForesightScrolls.com. That's where you can get access. You can jump in the Discord and just watch it all unfold if you want to do that. And every once in a while, you may even catch a trade here on the live stream. If you're here on a live stream, you can always hop on the chat and ask me to take a look at anything. I'd be happy to look at it with both Foresight, and if I see any TA in it there either that I could throw in, I'm always happy to do that. So each day we take a look at the S&P 500 just to see what the market sentiment is on the day. See if we see anything with Foresight that's indicating any particular move. And normally we take a look at some cryptos, some commodities, so on and so forth. And so let's take a look at the S&P 500. This is the SPY or ETF that tracks the S&P. And as we've said before, we've been in this really, really long up channel for months and months. It's very unusual. The way that it's behaved. About a month ago now, I think it'd been a month on Friday, we had this pretty vicious dump out. And then you see this is the flow of time that you see here. This is our trend indicator. You can see that it has been support even after it broke out of the channel, and it pinched it here between the channel. Then we had this really wild move up again. This thing is really suspicious the way that it's been moving these past several months, which makes me wring my hands a little bit about this market. But you can see it gaps up way back up into the middle of the channel, and when it does, and this is so great because this sort of move right here, it's not that it's impossible, but given the market conditions, it was really unusual. And you can see when it did that, we got a premonition, right? Oh man, almost the tippy top. That would have been great, but we got it right here. And then we get a premonition. Then we know to come down here and look for a spell, which is like a confirmation. We get the short spell, and then you can see that's exactly what's happened here. That we've just trended not straight down. We've trended down at a pretty bloody angle. We've broken outside of this channel again, and now you're seeing now we're getting pinched again in between our trend and the channel. Given that this thing is broken down now, I should say it's hard to imagine that we won't, over these next several trading days, continue to roll over, probably hit our epoch, which is our line in the sand here. The blue line, and maybe see our wave of eons, our purple wave roll over there. It's going to be really interesting. But then again, I've been saying that since back here, and it's certainly been interesting, but still no definitive move in any direction. All right, let's take a look at Bitcoin. Wanted to actually tonight was going to be a little bit of a flex for the indicators because we got several crypto signals really early this morning that gave us opportunities for a trade. You see, we get the premonition, we get the spell, we got trades. I think there were about 4 or 5 that we were aware of that we took. I don't think we took Bitcoin. Not that matters all that much. It's still the same pattern in all of them. We got the premonition, we got the spell, and then we got the pop. We took a chunk at like 2% just in case it turns over and comes back down. We've made the money off of it. And let me go ahead and drag Solana over here so we can see this, because this was the really good one. This was the one with the most margin. We got the premonition, we got the spell, and then we got the pop. And one of the great things about this is we're trying to simplify trading for the retail trader. That's why you see the screen itself is is so clean. The colors are, while they're muted, they're also easy on the eye too. We can clearly see when we're taking trades and when we're not, and it's that simple. So we make it really simple user interface with an incredibly robust engine on the back end that tells us when likely trades are going to happen. We take profits off the table early with a trailing stop sometimes in case it's a big long run, and certainly have stop loss management too, which keeps everything kosher. But this is the one we really would have loved to have seen this last night on the stream and pointed it out, but came in the middle of the night and we were able to get this. So even if this thing rolls over, no problem at all now. We've made our money off of it and we're ready to move on. The Link was another one. It just same sort of deal. You can see now Link is doing its thing. It's popped up and now it's pressing down. My guess is if we drop down from the 4 hour to the 2 hour, you can see this thing. You can see this thing now. It's sort of weakening here. Time will tell if we turn this over, and let's look at the flow of time. See what's happening here. Yeah, so it's rejecting here on the flow of time. We'll see though, because what we would want to see first is for price to hold up above on top of the trend. We would want to see this line is what we call the present moment. You see that on things that are lower than the daily. You would want to see this continue down and flip underneath the wave here, and that's what starts to give it strength. But currently there are no premonitions, no spells. So this is just sort of the waiting game. I mean, you could look at this and say there's been an up move and potentially making a bull flag here. So if you do get support, there's some technical analysis there as well that would suggest a little more upside, but that's to be continued. And then lastly, we've looked at gold for about a week now because one of the points that we were making, one of the flexes we were making on the Foresight indicator is how after we get this premonition and this spell with multiple areas of confluence here, so we get some omens along with the spell and this big triangle, which we call a super signal, and then we see this just massive move down. But look, it just on our line in the sand, what we call the epoch, it just gets supported, and each day it just touches it to the T. It's incredible that it's worked out this way. And last night on the stream, we did have this oblivion signal, but last night on the stream we said let's wait and see if we get this first candle close and then a confirmation close. So tomorrow, if this thing is still hanging out here, that's some really good pressure to the downside. But you can see we've had this bounce. It's not a real clean double bottom, but it technically it kind of is. But the problem is when you drop down to these lower time frames here, you can see we've dropped, and then we've been fighting the line the entire time, and it's just been sort of pushing sideways. And we drop down to the 2 hour. What we would really love to see for a short here, and I should point this out, this epoch could have been shorted here. This is, you can long it if you're above it and short it when you're below it. Multiple ways to use the indicator while it remains clean and simple and straightforward. And so what would really be interesting here is to get another premonition and another spell, and then to short. Because remember, we have the oblivion signal on the daily. And so what I would expect, to have some Fibonacci levels here drawn, what I would expect is if we do get the push down, then we go down here to the 0.5 for our next area to be challenged or supported. And so there's a chance here on gold, you'd have to buy, unless you are set up with an exchange that allows you to short. You can always buy inverse ETFs that would short gold on Robinhood or something like that as well. And that's going to be it for today. And check back tomorrow. We'd love to have you again. If you ever want to chat or have me look at something, I would love to do it. And we'll see you next time. Thanks.